And now, you are listening to the Team Heel Podcast, brought to you by Spreadshirt.com. TeamHeelPodcast.Spreadshirt.com.
Fire up that PS2, motherflowers. That's right. Fire up that PS2. Episode 238 of the TEAMHEEL Podcast. I know, it's not Friday. It's fucking Thursday right now. It is Thursday, March 22nd, 2018. WrestleMania weekend is almost here. Holy crap. And there's so much shit to get into this week. There's a lot of stuff to get into. It may not seem like much. Like, I'll be real with you guys. Only a couple of topics today we're going to talk about, but these topics, I feel like they pack a huge punch. It's like when you bite into something so small and you feel like, this shit will not get me full. This shit is something small. But when you bite into it, it packs a huge punch. Just all that flavor, all that just amazing, just, oh my God, it's delicious, if you will. But that's no here or there, guys. Thank you for tuning in live here tonight. We're available here on youtube.com/HeelSteven, my YouTube channel where we're live right now. Also, we are available live currently on Mixlr. So down below in the description box, if you want to listen to the podcast over at Mixlr, feel free to listen to us there as well. He'll also have to follow over there on Mixlr as well. Be notified when this podcast goes live, also on Mixlr, also here on YouTube. So we're giving you guys both features to listen to this podcast. Also, we are available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, also over at Podbean. Link to the Podbean account if you want to follow us there as well. Be notified when the podcast goes available for download. All that stuff is over there. All right, so make sure you hit the follow button over there. Also, before we continue on, I want to let you guys know, and now Walter and Mike know about this as well. So does one of the other guys. All right, so does the other guys as well. So I submitted the podcast for Spotify. Now I know a lot of people have Spotify, whether it be listen to music, listen to podcasts. Apparently now Spotify does feature podcasting as well, and I submitted the podcast for Spotify. So hopefully it gets approved. And if it gets approved, that's going to be huge. Completely huge. Because again, a lot of people nowadays, when it comes to listening to podcasts, they go to Spotify now. Besides iTunes as well and Stitcher, but I feel like Spotify is that new gem. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the podcast does get approved over on Spotify. But as always, guys, it's me. It's Steve here. Back at it one more time. And I'm not alone here. All right, I'm joined here by two awesome mother flowers here, all right? Two awesome mother flowers. First, we're joined by my brother from another mother, all the way in the crazy, cold, slippery slide streets of Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, that is. Walter, how the fuck you been, Queenslayer?
Yeah, I've been, it's been there. You know, it was supposed to snow a lot yesterday. It didn't snow. This so-called snowstorm, I don't know how it was in New York or New Jersey. Here, not really a storm. It did snow, but not as hyped as it was like the last time they said it was going to snow a lot, which it actually did. But this time, barely any. The snow wasn't sticking. I think that's what it was. So I guess that's kind of good. No one really shoveled because it was
dude,
the storm. There was a lot of snow over there.
I shoveled, dude. I shoveled today. I shoveled part of yesterday. Like, dude, literally yesterday, my other job, right, calls me up. Steven, are you going to come in today? Keep it in mind, I was asleep, right? I was asleep and shit. So I get a voicemail. Steven, we just want to know if you're going to come in today or not. Normally, when your job tells you that, it's like, you better come in today, right? 9 times out of 10. So I show up to work, and mind you, it wasn't that bad when I got to work, right? It was okay. The streets were still clear, whatever, right? So I get there and I find out that, we're closing at 6. Mind you, I start at 3 o'clock every single day at my other job, right? At the afternoon job. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you try to tell me I'm coming for 3 hours, that's it? And, we try to call you and all that fun stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm already here, so fuck it, right? So I only stayed for like 4 or 5 hours and I left. It was whatever. So, like, we closed
That's
at 6
what happened
o'clock.
to me last time that shit happened with the snow. That's why I didn't go yesterday. And then they were like, "Oh man, we should have
Yeah.
came." I'm like, "Fuck that!
Yeah, dude.
I'm pretty far. Like I came home late today because of some stupid traffic, and you expect me to go there because I heard it was supposed to be a snowstorm, and it never happened. And it's kind of sad, but I didn't want to risk my life again because the first time I went, I literally drove back very slow back home, and it was terrible. I didn't want that shit happening again. That's why I didn't go yesterday. And I don't care if they were gonna bitch. That's just, at the end of the day, you just take the safe route.
Safety's first. Like, safety's fucking first. You know what I mean? Safety's first, and whether they like it or not, take it for what it's worth. But safety's fucking first every single fucking time. But yeah, dude, like, literally, Bill Murphy, our governor, announced state of emergency. So when they do that, it means something, right? When they announce state of emergency and shit like that. So there was that. Today was a clear day. Literally all the snow's almost gone, right? Springtime,
Today
right?
was good.
The
Yeah.
fucking power of spring, dude. And we're also joined here by our good brother all the way from Detroit. I'm pretty sure over there it didn't snow like it did over here. The one, the only, Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, how the fuck you been, brother?
I've been doing all right, Steven. It didn't snow over here, but I did just pass a cold, so I'm cold free. I was all messed up last week on the podcast, but I'm not on my deathbed anymore. It was really, really bad for me after the podcast last week.
Indeed. But yeah, guys, listen. Today there's just so much stuff to get into. Not like a lot of topics if you get what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, like, there's these small topics, but they're huge, man. Like, literally, the road to WrestleMania needed this. Let's be real about it. I think it's safe to start off with the big topic that happened literally this Tuesday afternoon per WWE.com. And it's the breaking news that Daniel Bryan was cleared to return to the ring. Cleared. After years of being quote-unquote retired. And it's crazy because, like, dude, right? Let's be real about it. Would you ever thought in a million years that Daniel Bryan, right, after his career was cut short the way it was about almost 2-3 years ago, like 2 years ago almost, right, would ever come back as an in-ring competitor? Like, all of us, again, listen, there was talks of him being already cleared by all these doctors from all over the world, all over the country, right? But the WWE doctors would not clear him. And there was talks of him, writing out his contract just so he can compete on the independent circuit. But, dude, this is huge. What do you guys think?
It's really big news. Yep. I learned about it during my lunch break. I was like, okay, just go on Twitter, see what's going on, and I see Daniel Bryan, a lot of Daniel Bryan tweets. I'm like, what's going to happen? And the first one I wrote was WWE's tweet. I'm like, wait, breaking news: Daniel Bryan's medically clear. I'm like, this has to be. Am I reading this right? Because, like, I was like, what the fuck is
clickbait.
this?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
I was
fake
like,
news.
this has to be. Yeah, I thought it was spam. Like, this can't be the real WWE account. But then I see a check mark, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I see everyone else talking about it. I'm like, holy shit! Like, they really kept this kind of on the low. I mean, there was some reports that said Daniel Bryan had a possibility of getting cleared, but it was, for me, it was like, wait till I believe it when I see it. And that it literally just happened. I'm like, holy shit. And this is huge. This is really huge because, we might not be the biggest Daniel Bryan fans, but he's literally one of the most over guys in the company. You kind of needed him. You couldn't have him just go to New Japan or some other show, some other promotion. You had to keep him. So you had to clear him. That was the only way he was going to stay.
What about you, Mike? What do you take on all this, bro? Like, your reaction when you heard the news that, oh my god, he's back?
Well, I thought I was delirious because I was in the middle of my cold, so I thought I was having like freaking like dizzy spells and all that type of stuff when I saw it. So I was like, whoa, he's cleared. And then because I took a nap after when I woke up, and it was an hour past, and I was like, oh my god, what the heck? And then like notifications and stuff like that start blowing up and all of that stuff. It was much needed that he needed to be cleared because it's a lot of stuff that Daniel Bryan can do as an in-ring performer than an authority figure. Like, with all the talent that they have on the roster, it's huge. It's huge for the company, and it brings interest and it brings fan interest back to the company, especially if he stays on SmackDown. It's just much needed.
I agree with you 100%. No, it's crazy, dude. So Tuesday, I wake up from my sleep because again I have a morning job at like early 4 in the morning, right? And I get home around 9 a.m. And on my off days from my other job, I'll literally just take a nap, right? And I'll wake up around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., whatever, right? And go on with my day. And I wake up at 3 p.m. for some reason. I wake up at 3, almost 4 p.m., whatever, right? I wake up and the first thing I do is I go through my phone, check out all my social media updates, what have you, right? And I go on YouTube, right? And I see all these videos, Daniel Bryan being cleared. And I thought, okay, they're probably pulling the old school Stevie Breach technique. If you get what I'm saying, Walter. The old school Stevie Breach technique, you know what I mean? The misleading title with the thumbnail, right? I thought, okay. And I see, and there's the thing, and nothing against him. That's his thing, though. That's the way it works, right? So I go through all these videos and I see breaking news, Bryan cleared, and then I check Pro Wrestling Unlimited because I'm sub to them, and I'm also sub to Heel by Nature, and again, breaking news everywhere. I'm like, holy crap, you know what I mean? And I literally lost my mind. And the thing about it too, like, yo, not for nothing, but Daniel Bryan coming back, and again, like we said, we're not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan. We respect the guy's in-ring ability. Don't get me the fuck wrong, but this is what the road to WrestleMania needed right now. This is what the road to WrestleMania needed. This is what the product WWE needed right now for Bryan to come back. Let's be real about it. Let's keep it 100, okay? Yes, has there been some good matches here or there since Bryan retired for the period of time that he was gone? Absolutely. But let's be real about it. The whole product as a whole has just been stagnant, just there. Nothing to really thrill you, like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like with Daniel Bryan back, you could have a lot of, I don't want to say dream matches, but yeah, kind of like dream matches or good matchups,
Not only that, but bruh, do you have any idea, right? How many people I see on Twitter like, oh, the dream match is ready. Ooh, Daniel Bryan versus Johnny Gargano, which I said, by the way. Daniel Bryan versus Cedric Alexander. Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak, which honestly I would not mind seeing, by the way. Daniel Bryan versus
the Cruiserweight division.
Daniel Bryan versus Finn Balor. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Daniel Bryan Nakamura. Daniel Bryan versus Hideo Itami. Daniel Bryan versus
Who the hell's asking for that?
You'd be surprised, dude. Like, let's be real about it.
Hideo Itami back when he was pushed. Now he's
but when you think about it though, if you're Hideo Itami, you're gonna want that match. You want that.
He
match.
Needs that match. What is he doing right now?
He needs it.
Hideo Itami Ricochet. Hideo Itami Aleister Black. Hideo Itami Andrade say I'm on Adam Cole. Which again, here's the thing about it, okay? Here's the thing. And I get it, yes, we're happy, it's exciting, but let's take everything one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guy just came back on Tuesday on SmackDown Live. He cut this promo talking about fighting for his dream, how Brie Bella motivated him to fight for his dream, and now he's back after being gone for almost 2.5 years. And the story writes itself. And of course, we saw it happen on SmackDown Live. Let's be real about it. Anyone that watched SmackDown Live on Tuesday, that was the only thing you should have watched. And I said this in my review. I feel like SmackDown Live this past Tuesday, on purposely, was a forgettable show. Only for people to remember the opening segment and the ending of the show. Bryan's speech, and then Bryan's beatdown by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Which, by the way, honestly, listen, like I was telling you guys for momentarily, this is what the road to WrestleMania needed. This is what the company needed. And I only think about this, right? How crazy is it, bro? Daniel Bryan, again, if you don't think for 1 minute there's going to be Bryan and Shane versus Owens and Zayn, then if that's not the match, then oh my god. But that's the match. That's the match for WrestleMania. right? And listen, yes, when you look at WrestleMania right now, it's the most stacked card I have seen in years. The most stacked WrestleMania card in years, okay? Yes, you have Roman versus Brock, which people are going to boo the fuck out of. You're going to have AJ Styles Nakamura, the so-called dream match that people have already seen. You're going to have Ronda Rousey in-ring debut, whether she's good or she's bad, against Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You're going to have Asuka versus Charlotte. You're going to have Finn Balor versus Rollins versus Miz, which could steal the show. You're going to have Alexa versus, Nia Jax, which is whatever. The 2 battle royals. Anything that I'm missing right now? Oh, of course, another match stealer, Cedric and Mustafa Ali. But
does that get the pre-show?
I don't even know for the kickoff.
I don't even know, but say what you want though. Okay? But all of that right now takes a backseat to Daniel Bryan coming back to WrestleMania. And think about this: he's coming back for literally 4 years. In the same building, the same event, the same venue. Like I said, the same venue, the same event, the same time of the year, right?
Yeah, so weird.
In the same city. 4 years later, after he had his career-defining moment.
Yeah, there's another guy that's probably coming back too.
If that does not excite you for WrestleMania, then stop watching.
Yeah.
Again, I am not this diehard Bryan fan. I'm not. But I'm not gonna deny that, this is what the road to WrestleMania needed. You know what I mean? It needed this. And of course, yes, you can do these dream matches like I said earlier, but it's gonna take time, people. Let this shit breathe out for a little bit. Let this shit breathe out. You know what I mean?
You can't just do it right away. Like, obviously, the plan looks like it's going to be a tag team match with Bryan and Shane against Owens and Zayn, which is fine.
Yeah,
that's a nice way to get Bryan back. He needs just to get in, get a feeling of being in the ring again. You don't need to rush him into a singles match. He has no feud really besides that. It's stupid. And they picked the right time because, honestly, it would have been so fucking stupid if Bryan wasn't cleared by Mania, because this whole Bryan Shane storyline with Owens and Zayn has been going on for months. And if this didn't lead to Bryan getting back in the ring, then it would have been just a waste of time.
I think I would have off myself if it didn't happen in this way.
I'm reading the comments right now. King Spartan and Salrex having a conversation, and I agree with them as well here. This is what King Spartan writes in the comments. Having Daniel Bryan wrestle is definitely going to steal the spotlight from other stars that possibly need the fans more. Who's rattling right now?
Huh?
I hear like some paper moving around and shit.
I'm not even close to paper.
Yeah, me neither.
Or some rattling, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see here. Then Salrex right here. Salrex writes here. By the way, our graphic designer, Salrex, again, if you are a YouTuber and a podcaster and you want awesome logos and layouts done for your podcast, what have you, feel free to hit him up. He's done awesome stuff for not just myself, for OKFabe, JD from NY recently now. Obviously Big Mike, just to name a few. Solid Monster as well. But anywho, this was Salrex writes here. But is he still going to be a manager? What the fuck? Still isn't cleared up. Is he quitting that position also like Shane did commissioner? I don't even know, honestly. I'm going to get into that momentarily as well later on in this podcast. Keith Spartan writes here, Bryan is definitely going to outshine people like AJ Styles and others who will need fan support to keep their jobs in the WWE. Fair enough. But again, it's just so exciting right now. What a time right now to be a wrestling fan. It was crazy, and I said this literally yesterday as I was at work. Cause listen, yesterday at work, I was watching the finale of the New Japan Cup. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. And I know we're going off topic here, but just bear with me here, okay?
Way off topic.
A lot of people. No. You know what it is? Like, dude, Zack Sabre Jr. won the New Japan Cup. He beat Tanahashi. It's like, what a crazy time right now. Yo, Daniel Bryan comes back and Sabre Jr. about to wrestle Okada. Holy crap, what a time to be alive right now.
Why couldn't Sabre Jr. be they're pushing him like this? They should have had him in a featured match. They might as well at Wrestle Kingdom have him against Tanahashi. Well, what's the point of Jay White facing Tanahashi?
I don't know, but the point is much better. But the point is, though, right now, listen, Daniel Bryan is back. That's the discussion right now. It's crazy how on this past Tuesday on SmackDown, when he was doing the yes kicks and the drop kicks from the fucking, from coast to coast from the ring, everyone was losing their fucking minds.
I mean, he didn't change his style at all.
I think he should. I think he should, though.
He stepped up with the drop.
If you have not cringed when Bryan, when he took the haluva kick, when he took the pop-up powerbomb off the apron, I cringed. I was like, oh, God, please, no.
Dude, I was like, they're about to put him back on the shelf.
Back on the shelf again.
Yeah, but the thing is, it is Bryan fans that are kind of ridiculous. Like, now put him in the triple threat against Lesnar and Reigns.
No. Listen, you know what's funny? So
redo 30.
No. You know what's funny? So WWE on their website right now posts this article. I'm gonna find it right now. I'm on the site right now as we speak.
And the timing is weird because AJ right now is dealing with apparently some injury that I don't know if it's serious or not, but it looks like it's 50-50 with him when it comes to wrestling at Mania, or 75-25.
So WWE posted this thing on their website called 5 matches we want for Daniel Bryan after his return. Right. This is the 5 matches that they want to see Bryan, compete against.
Who wants to see it? Bryan and Cena?
No. Hear me out. So this is in no order at all, okay? In no order at all, okay? But number 1, Finn Balor, which again could be a fine match. No. Again, it is what it is. Number 2, Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course, Nakamura, because again, Nakamura signed at WWE because he wanted to face Daniel Bryan. So that match, honestly, you could do at SummerSlam. I would have no problem with that match at SummerSlam. Matter of fact, if anything, you could do Bryan Nakamura SummerSlam for the championship.
That's if he wins.
If he wins, of course, yeah. Okay, the next one here is Kurt Angle. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but Kurt looks so...
yeah, Kurt, I don't know if I think Kurt's washed now.
Kane.
Okay, and then you see AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Why not? And the last one, like, do you motherfuckers want him to die? Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan.
This list is disrespectful. Miz and Daniel Bryan's not on this at all.
No, dude.
That is literally the main one.
That's the first thing I thought
That's
of.
the one match I want to see. Listen, not for nothing, dude. WrestleMania 35. The 2 matches I can see for Bryan. And it writes themselves. Hear me out. Okay, obviously, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, right? Because I feel like that feud... Don't get me wrong. It was a good build-up on Talking Smack. Here you want. But it was bland because the guy was not going to wrestle. Right? Now that he's cleared. Think about this. Think about this. Right? Think about this. Right? Think about this. The notion that... Imagine this. At MetLife Stadium, Bryan and Miz. And Bryan throwing the yes kicks.
Yeah.
On Miz.
I think that deserves a Mania match, Bryan.
What is up, Weston? What is up, O'Reilly Nation? How y'all doing today? Weston writes here, WrestleMania is already bigger than Wrestle Kingdom. I don't care what people say.
At the end of the day, it's always going to be bigger than.
It's always going to be bigger.
Wrestle Kingdom is good and all, but WrestleMania is WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, it is absolutely. Yeah. Granted, yes. Put it this way: Wrestle Kingdom is like. I want to come off disrespectful, okay? But hear me out. It's like the club. It's like soccer, right? The Club World Cup, if you will. If you will. Nah, but hear me out though. That's pretty much what it is. It's the Club World Cup for all the clubs that have won Champions League, South American Cup, and shit like that. WrestleMania is like the fucking World Cup, if you will. There's still World Cups. There's still World Cups. There's still World Cup, but you kind of get the idea, though, okay? But, where was I here? Where was I? Okay. Obviously, yeah, there's that. Or another one. And again, this is a reach, and I get that. But I think the story writes itself. And I think these two guys will have a clinic. Daniel Bryan versus Johnny Gargano.
At Mania?
Why the fuck not?
Sounds like a SummerSlam match to me.
Why the fuck not, dude?
Or Survivor
Either
Series.
way, I don't care.
You know what? And you know what? It doesn't have to be for it can be for a mid-card belt. I would not mind
IC belt.
I would not mind seeing Bryan once again be the Intercontinental Champion. I would not mind it.
Oh, but the fans will.
I know that. Listen. Here's the thing about it too. With Bryan now being back, you're gonna open the jar. You're gonna once again reopen that jar of fans that are gonna want this guy to be in the main event. Want this guy to headline all the shit you want. Listen, this is the good thing now about there being now two brands essentially, right? Two sets of championships. You can have Bryan wrestle for the WWE Championship, which is great and dandy, but Roman is still gonna be Universal Champion. Do you get what I mean now? So now you can do that. It's not like it was 3 years ago where there was only two brands and there's one set of champions. You get what I mean? So now you can do that. Now you can. If anything, another match you could do at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. Hell, even one of these big four or big five now, because they have add Money in the Bank to this shit now. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Think about this, years later, right? After all the bullshit. Imagine Bryan throwing those think about this, dude. Imagine that you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in chance for Roman Reigns. And again, we're that podcast. We're pro Roman, all the fuck you want. But I think the story also writes itself. 2 days ago when the news came out on Tuesday, right? I was cooking dinner, right? I was making dinner at home, and I was listening to Sam Roberts. Because Sam Roberts did like the State of Wrestling, like he did like a live show with the news of Bryan, coming back, right? And he said something that really made sense. Like literally, Daniel Bryan's career, not just the wrestler, but the person himself, is a motion picture. Could definitely be a motion picture.
Mm-hmm.
A movie. Like think about it. Once Bryan retires for good, they better make a movie off his life. A movie.
They're gonna make mad things about his life.
Think about it though. It writes itself though. Daniel Bryan. Think about it. Yes, the movie. It writes itself. Here's a guy who was told a long time ago, you will never make it in the business. You will never make it, right? You be a pro wrestler. Okay, kid. Okay, whatever. He goes on the indie scene, tears it up in Ring of Honor, travels the world. Okay, that's great and dandy, but you'll never make it to WWE. You'll never make it. Goes to WWE, gets put in that ridiculous NXT Season 1, right? Go through all the obstacles, drinking that Diet Cola. Remember that shit, right? And he goes through all the crap. Oh, you'll never touch the main roster. He hits the main roster with that invasion angle. He chokes out Justin Robert. Gets fired, right? They bring him back. Oh, but you'll never make it in WWE. You'll never fucking be a star here. When's the U.S. title? When's the world title, right? When's the fucking world title? And that loss to Sheamus at WrestleMania 28 did so much for him. It did. When people forget, that did so much for him more than just a win. Even though he lost, but it did a lot for him, right? More than a win would have done. Because it started the Yes Movement. Oh, you'll never be the top guy. He won the WWE Championship, challenges the Authority, has his big defining moment at WrestleMania, and then it gets taken away from due to injury, right? He comes back, right? We don't even know if he's going to come back or not, but he comes back, right? He comes back, wins the Intercontinental Championship in Santa Clara, WrestleMania 31. Let's be real about it. At that time, a lot of people were not happy with that fact that he was in that match. Because they felt he was above that, right? Wins the Intercontinental Championship, which wasn't bad, okay? Him being Intercontinental Champion wasn't bad at all. And he gets hurt again. And we wonder if he'll ever come back. So, again, he has all this, like, highs and lows. And then the biggest low, he has to retire due to injury. But in that retirement, he finds the love of his life. He gets married. He has a kid. You know what I mean? He becomes, a guy in a blazer and a suit, an authority figure. He does not want. He is what he does not want to be. You get what I'm saying? And eventually, now, boom! Here's the climax. He's back again. He finds out he's cleared, and it's
man. That sounds like it's been a work this whole time.
I don't want to say it was
everything, right? Like fired, hired again.
To be fair, dude.
Oh man.
To be fair, there's a lot of people in TNA that still feel that AJ Styles leaving TNA for WWE is still a giant work. But that's beside the point, okay?
What the hell?
I'm reading the comments here. I want to see Daniel Bryan versus The Miz by Weston. King Spartan writes, Punk is definitely losing brain cells if he keeps fighting in UFC. Riley Mitchell writes hello. Weston writes here, The Miz literally made Bryan a mainstream star. Oh, it's true. You know the rest. Granted, yes, I think he did. I think he did make him a mainstream star.
The Miz definitely helped him.
He helped him. He helped him.
And yeah, like the beginning feud, like that U.S. title feud. That's where I think he really helped. I know that wasn't the most over he's ever gotten, but we needed something to find out. Oh, is Daniel Bryan for real? Like, what is this guy about? And I think him starting with the Miz was a great way to begin his like.
All right, so we're back on the air, guys. I apologize for the technical issues that we had. OBS wanted to be a bitch. I don't know why. We did nothing to it, but for some reason it wanted to be a bitch. We're back live again, guys. We apologize again for the technical issues. I'm here again. Walter's here. Walter here again. So is also Big Mike. Guys, again, these things happen. No one's perfect. Where the fuck did we leave off again with Bryan and Miz and?
Yeah, about Bryan, what matches he could have, and you said Bryan and Miz was one of them, and you said Bryan Gargano.
Yeah, I think that's an easy match you could do as well. But again, I don't want this to be the whole Daniel Bryan shit, even though we could if you wanted to. There's other stuff that we gotta move on. We gotta move on from other topics as well. This past Monday, we saw the Ultimate Deletion. It actually ended the show on Monday Night Raw between Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy from the Hardy Compound. For a lot of people, let's be real about it. We had so much expectations with this. People were anticipating this. Let's be real about it. When Matt Hardy and Jeff came to WWE, right, back last year, everyone wanted to see the broken gimmick on WWE television, right? That's what they wanted, right? And
Woken.
Well, the Woken that became Woken. They had to go through all the drama with people from the Anthem and shit like that. But they finally got it. And I'm gonna say this overall. I thought honestly, the whole segment as a whole, the whole video thing, right? The whole. Again, it's crazy to think now it's under WWE budget, right? And you expect him to go all out, what have you. And I personally thought, again, Final Deletion was good. The Leader Decay was okay. The Great War was fucking crazy. And also, the whole Tag Team Apocalypto, right? That whole episode of Impact Special from the Compound was also good as well. Again, and all of those were under TNA budget, which really wasn't that much, but overall, it was an enjoyable thing to see. And I feel like this Ultimate Deletion, it wasn't bad, nor was it like the greatest. Oh my god, this is crazy. I just thought it was alright. You know what I mean? It felt like, honestly, to me, I felt like, I don't know if you guys feel this way. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not, but I felt like, okay, this is what happens when, if TNA were to try to do this, but on a short amount of time on WWE's budget. This is literally what it was, in my opinion. What about you guys?
The Ultimate Deletion, it was, honestly, I liked it. I mean, it was kind of just like the other, segments that Matt Hardy did with TNA. Like it wasn't. I felt like the Final Deletion was better too, as well, and even the Great War. But this was just as good. There was nothing for me to complain about. It's something different. Not everything good is going to be something different, or not something different means it's going to be automatically good. But I think it was a good different type of segment. Like it wasn't like the best segment ever to close the show, but it was fun. As long as they don't do this every week or they kill this, then I'm fine. Every once in a while it's good to have something like this. So I didn't mind it, and it gets Bray Wyatt off my TV, so that's always good.
What about you, Big Mike?
Yeah, I thought it delivered enough to be passable for the fans and for everybody to say, hey, the deletion stuff is here. It's in full throttle now. And people can back off saying that Matt Hardy is on his last leg with the whole woken broken thing. But if we look back at what the woken and broken stuff, or the broken universe in TNA, like the dialogue and all that stuff, like he had to change up and all that type of stuff, because the things that he was saying in TNA to now in the WWE, he can't say because he was taking wisecracks at the WWE. So that's one of the things that's different. And another thing that's pretty disappointing is that, one, the fans didn't get to see it at the live show, and it's not on the Hulu version of WWE. So that's pretty much my opinions on that.
Yeah, I heard
they didn't see it live?
Apparently,
yeah, the fans didn't see it live.
Yeah, apparently, from my understanding, they were having, during the time they were showing that, they were having matches happen, in the crowd. Well, in the ring, if you will. Because they learned their lesson. They learned their lesson from Raw 25. They learned their lesson. Right? The last thing you want to have people just watch the screen and shit. No, fuck that.
No, but actually, Steven, hold up. But actually, the fans actually pay money to see the deletion live. So they want to see this. They want to watch a screen this time. Yeah. But they didn't get it.
Fair enough. But again, overall, listen, the whole notion that, hey, Bray Wyatt been deleted. Bray Wyatt fell into Lake of Reincarnation after the end of the match. I just felt also it was rushed. To be honest, I just felt like it was rushed. Yeah, cool to see Vanguard won. It was cool to see Skarsgård, a dilapidated boat, was an arc now. It's cool to see, Senior Benjamin, Queen Rebecca, Rebby Hardy, King Maxwell, all the hell you want. But where do you go from here? You know what I mean? Do you do this whole thing where Bray Wyatt now becomes a member of the Woken universe, or does he form a team with Bray, or I don't even know. I think it's gonna be funny though, but we'll see.
Bray's getting repackaged. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
which he probably desperately needs right now. So why not? It was good for both sides. He got something for Bray, and it looks like Matt Hardy's having fun out there. That's all that kind of matters, that he's enjoying himself. Because, people could chill on him all you want, but this is keeping him relevant, this woken stuff. So
we're in the comment here. I'm sorry, but Bray Wyatt makes me feel depressed because I know he's a loser, and whoever faces him, he's not going to benefit from the feud with it. True enough.
Probably not, but it's Bray Wyatt. We know what he is now.
Yeah. Apparently, as well in the news, because again, in the news as well, Hulk Hogan has been in talks with WWE.
Oh
yeah, brother. Hulkamania might be. So apparently, there's talks to have him come back either as an ambassador, an authority figure. Because think about this, right? With Bryan now competing again in the ring and Shane taking leave of absence, SmackDown needs an authority figure. Who says Hulk Hogan doesn't come in and become the SmackDown Live commissioner or general manager? Just saying.
Yeah, it could be like the Ruthless Aggression era when he came back off the NWO. They put him on SmackDown. So.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So they could do that. But overall, listen, I feel like, hey, whatever he did, it was dumb what he did. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like at the same time, I think time heals all wounds, if you will. Because I'll be real about it, when I heard the news what happened years ago, yeah, it was fucked up. But I'm not going to go out and say, oh, fuck you, Hulk Hogan, all of a sudden, or I'm burning all my merch. That's how people do that. I remember back when the news broke out in 2015, or 2016, or whatever the fuck it was, about Hulk Hogan and this whole scandal, right? I've seen people burn their merch, Hulkamania merch and shit like that, which I thought was ridiculous. You know what I mean?
He's not happy.
But at the same time...
People's done much worse than that.
People, but as slowly but surely, as time went on, remember they removed him from the WWE, Hall of Fame list, all this shit, right? But as slowly but surely, they kept adding stuff back on the network for Hulk Hogan, stuff like that. So there you go with that. Speaking of the WWE network, apparently WWE is actually going to be airing the Greatest Royal Rumble live on the WWE network as a network special.
That's good.
The greatest Royal Rumble ever.
Yeah, 50-man Rumble. So it should be fun to see. I mean, honestly, listen, this is what the network is it should be for. Show us stuff that we haven't seen. So good on them for that.
And it's also rumored that Daniel Bryan might be winning that too. So
I mean, you can have him win it. Hey, welcome back, Bryan. Here you go. You win the Royal Rumble.
You win the Royal Rumble 4 years late.
4 years late, but you win nonetheless, right? You gotta start complaining.
Meaningless Royal Rumble. Well, that's what the fans would say. Meaningless Royal Rumble.
The IWC gotta stop complaining, brother. I tell you what, you mother flowers.
Should be an interesting card. There's not going to be any female matches there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. I'm trying to see how long we've been live for right now, because again, we're about to wrap it up momentarily. Again, it's been a short show. Take it be a very, very short show. The reason being, because again, I have work at 4 in the morning and all that fun stuff. So I'll still pull through. I'll still fucking pull through. This Sunday is Strong Style Evolve, the New Japan show from Long Beach, California, which should be a very, very interesting card. I'm probably gonna watch. I'm probably gonna do a review on it Sunday. I'm not even sure yet. I don't promise anything, so don't be like, oh, you're gonna do a review, or I don't even know yet. I don't even know. Well, let me look at the card right now. Strong Style Evolved.
You gonna do a review?
I'm not. I probably won't be doing a live because I don't. But I'll probably do like
not live.
Not
do
live.
It 2 days late.
Probably a day late. I might pull off the old trademark 629. Be like a week late and shit with the review. So get like 1,000 views back in the day. So here the awesome. So there's literally 9 matches on the card, and I'm looking at this right now. So first info you guys should know: Rey Mysterio has been removed from the show. It was supposed to be Mysterio versus Liger, but now it's Liger versus Ospreay due to the fact that Rey Mysterio has a fucked up bicep injury. So there goes that WWE run.
Yeah.
No, I heard he's coming back. He just might not have a Mania match. That's all.
Yeah. So he's
going to Birmingham to talk about surgery, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
So the other matches right now that I see, okay, we have Chaos versus Suzuki-gun tag team match. We have Kazuchika Okada, the current IWGP champion, versus Tomohiro Ishii versus Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr., the current winner of the New Japan Cup. That should be a fun match to see. We have LIJ, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Sanada, and Naito versus Taguchi Japan, Tanahashi, the Ace, Kushida, and Taguchi and Dragon Lee, an 8-man tag team match. This whole show is fucking tag team match friendly. What the fuck? What the fuck? God
American
damn.
Show.
God damn. Yeah, this card is like kind of garbage right now.
Card.
This is fucking garbage right now. Holy shit. I'm sorry. We have Kale versus Killer Elite.
That's why I got New Japan World for tag team matches.
We have Chucky T and Toru Yano versus Killer Elite Squad, Dave Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer. We have Chaos, Jito and Gato and Hiroki Goto versus Taguchi Japan, David Finlay and Juice Robinson. That's CJ Parker. In case you guys don't know, that's Juice Robinson, CJ Parker from NXT. Roppongi 3K, Romero, Shu and Yo versus SoCal Uncensored, Christopher Daniel, Frank Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. He's still fucking wrestling? Holy crap.
Scorpio Sky.
We have the co-featured match here, the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi versus the Young Bucks in a tag team match. Holy crap. We have Liger versus Will Ospreay in the only title match on the show. You gotta be shitting me. You have Switchblade Jay White defending the IWGP US Championship versus Hangman Page.
Oh my
God, this show's gonna be terrible.
That's garbage.
I feel sorry for anyone. I feel sorry for anyone.
LA show?
Yeah, that's the Long Beach show.
Oh my God. That's like a house show.
I feel sorry for anyone that has to. I mean, like, I'll watch it to see what's going on. It's just like meh right now. You know what I mean?
Meh.
Yeah.
It's like a meh show right now.
I was looking up tickets for that show. That show is very expensive.
Well, New Japan, it's fucking, the Japanese people and crap. So there you go with that.
I mean, should be cheaper than WWE tickets. Their network's cheaper.
I was looking at it. I think resale on StubHub, like an upper level seat, is like $147.
Damn, they're crazy for tag team matches.
Yeah, right.
Weston, I'm talking about the New Japan Strong Style Evolve show that'll be going live this Sunday on Access TV.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss anything if you don't watch it live.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'll watch to see what's going on, but I just know it's like, yo, all these fucking no. I'm sorry.
What day is that?
This Sunday, actually.
Oh, this Sunday it's gonna be like live as is live when it's happening at the show.
Yeah, on it's in America. They're fighting in California, so it's gonna be on Access TV. That's America. Anything else that I'm missing? Because like honestly, there's like any other like I mean, other than Cena and Kane next week. I mean, come on.
That's something we're missing.
I hope not.
Everybody's brain like exploded when they saw Kane come out to talk to John Cena. Oh, wow.
Like what the?
Yeah. Are we Kane? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Taker.
Hall of Fame is going to be Mark Henry, the last inductee. I think is going to be the last one. I don't even know yet, but Mark Henry, the latest inductee. Good for him. I think he deserves it 100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, that's real good.
He really deserves it.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, I mean, I would take calls right now, but I feel like right now I'm just tired as all shit right now, guys. I'm tired. Had a long day. I have work in a couple hours, so we'll be back to regular programming this coming Friday. We'll be back to regular programming. Thank you all for listening to the show live. I know it's been a short show. I apologize. Hopefully next week I'll have this whole OBS and issues fixed and it won't crash on me ever fucking again. Only one can hope though, right? Only one can fucking hope and shit, right? But we'll see. You can follow the Team Heel Podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. We'll be back live next week on our usual day of Friday. The reason why we're doing the show today because tomorrow, I'm going to say it, Walter, I'm sure you know as well, Peru tomorrow plays Croatia. So I'm gonna watch the game tomorrow. So that's why we're not doing the show on Friday this week.
Oh, they're playing in Jersey?
Yeah, they're playing in Miami tomorrow. But again, I'm watching the game.
I thought you were actually going.
I'm going Tuesday. I'm going.
Oh yeah, they're playing Tuesday. But they're playing tomorrow. What time are they playing tomorrow?
I think at night. I don't know. I'm not even sure. But I'm watching that game tomorrow. That's why I will not be doing the show tomorrow live. However, again, this podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher. I submitted the form for how this podcast is available on Spotify. So if we're available on Spotify, that's going to be huge. I'm just saying right now.
Yeah, that would be big. Because, the other podcasting platforms are nice. But, man, Spotify is, the biggest music streaming service. So
Spotify is the wave now, yo. Spotify that wave now. That's what it is, yo.
That's the only music subscription I'm subscribed to. I know they had podcasts. I don't check them out like that, but... podcast is there. I'll definitely check it out.
Spotify is the new wave now. That's what it is, yo. It's the new fucking wave. So I can't wait for that. They had Ronda Rousey. Have her little segment after the end of the show. She German suplex Dana Brooke. So good for her on that.
Segment.
Also, before we wrap up, did you guys catch the network special 24 on the women's, the Empower special?
I'm gonna be watching that.
Well, Walter, after all, you are the Queen Slayer, bro. So I mean, I figured you would watch it, bro.
I will watch it later on. I forgot about it.
I'm gonna say this overall: it's cool to see that they have another 24 special on the women yet again.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm just saying it's cool. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's cool. That's all I'm saying.
Is it cool? That didn't sound sincere.
It was alright. I mean, it was not saying, "Oh my god," all right, whatever.
We gotta push the first ever matches, man. First ever Battle Royal, first ever Royal Rumble, first ever Chamber, first ever. Damn it.
I know, Walter.
First ever, and they're gonna have a nice Battle Royal.
I know.
Just
all right,
regular
guys.
Battle Royal.
You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout all these shows. Like I said before, I'll be back. Hopefully this Sunday, I'm going to try to recap this monstrosity that is the New Japan's Strong Style Evolved. Hopefully it's a good... I'll be honest, listen, hopefully it's a good show. I hope it's a good show. Okay, well, we'll see. Kid it, cuz.
Yeah, you can just check me out on Twitter at HamWalter, and adios.
All right, take us home, Mike. Take us home, Big Mike.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 199519 and subscribe to me on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
There you go, guys. All right, guys, we're on the road to WrestleMania. The Yes Movement is back. WrestleMania is here. Bray Wyatt deleted. And hopefully next week TNA does another teleconference. Which has been annoying as all fuck. Hey, man, that's the new trend now, bro. Hopefully we'll do a teleconference soon. Good night, everybody. Bleh.